And welcome to another Just Enough Heshy show. It was an interesting week. I have my friend George sitting here next to me.
Hello, everybody.
And Tom is going to be taking a little break from the show a little while. He has some things to take care of and handle. And Nicole, you know where Nicole is?
No, where is she?
Okay, this is that.
I forgot. I'm the only other guy here.
You're my straight man this week. You know what I mean? So Nicole is moving a grand baby piano. Can you explain to me? I don't understand. It's a grand piano or a baby piano. Can you make up your mind? So she can't come to the show because I think she's moving it herself.
That sounds like white privilege when you have a grand piano.
A grand baby piano.
A grand baby
what
piano.
Is a grand not baby piano? I don't know. I want a piano.
That sounds like something a Republican would have.
And then I asked Nicole, do you know how to play the piano? She says, not really. Nicole, why do you have a piano?
That's an expensive decoration.
I know. Wow. She must have a big living room. Interesting, George. I have a lot of stuff I want to tell you about. A lot of things that happened to me. And I want to talk about Trump, of course. You know, another thing happened in Illinois. I mean, I want to talk about the state. I want to know what 2024 holds. That's what this show is about. What is 2024 going to be about?
A lot of court dates.
I got that. But again, and even with the, you and I are landlords, and what they just did to Trump, they can do to you, George. And not only that, they can do worse.
I mean, they did something to Trump that every developer in the country does. I mean, every developer in the country has this back and forth with the bank to try to get, my property's worth $300 million. Well, the bank says, no, it's worth $200 million. And they go back and forth.
Right.
I mean, this
Till
is
they
the
agree.
oldest.
And that's why, we hire appraisers. You know that. An appraiser is an outside company that if they did something wrong, they'll hold the thing. And then you have a title company that takes responsibility. If they don't want to, you know how many mortgages I've been involved with lately that are being turned down the last minute because the mortgage company and the title company, everybody's given a hard time. So what they did for Trump, they were not scared of Trump. There's procedures, there's paperwork, there's forms to be filled out. It doesn't work like that. And you know who came to his defense? You know who came to Trump's defense? Jeb Bush.
Really?
Yeah. Today, Jeb Bush says, this is crazy, stupid crazy. And that's what I'm trying to say to you on 2024. They're coming to get us. They're coming to torture us. I want you to call into the show, 646-974-1580. We're working on the phone lines, but I think we can get a call or two in. You can ask George and me anything, 646-974-1580. Welcome to all my...
By the way, Infinite Justice asked if I ate Tom. I did not eat Tom. He just needed a break.
Wow.
That wasn't very nice.
That wasn't nice. Wow, they used to make fun of me like that too, George. I want you to know that.
Hey, listen, my feelings are hurt here. I think I need some counseling.
Oh, please, George, you can smack me around as you please. First of all, you're good looking.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. My mom used to say that all the time.
I wanted to make fun of you. George told me, and I'm going to tell everybody, George, I don't care if I'm embarrassing. George is 50 years old. Good-looking young man, has a young 12-year-old, 20-year-old, not 12.
Whoa.
That's why I know. A 20-something-year-old wife, beautiful, gorgeous. Can you give Heidi a shout-out?
Give a shout-out to Heidi Chan.
And I want to give a shout-out to my beautiful granddaughter, Mira Nava, Layla Tamar, my grandson Yeshua, who's running around and screaming and making noises. Not yet talking, but soon he's going to say big H like the other ones. Ellie, and of course, my favorite Sergeant Peter. And you better...
I better give a shout out to my daughter.
Yes,
She's
right.
Listening at the same time.
You know she's listening, or you're dead.
So Athena, I love you. Go to school.
Athena, I love you. Like the goddess. What school? There's no school tonight.
Tomorrow, so she goes to school,
You're so happy to get rid of her. I want you to know something that George, so my friend, I don't want to make fun of you, but I'm just telling you now, I have a friend who's a lawyer, and I haven't been in touch with him for like about 6 or 7 years. He sold his building, he retired. All of a sudden, we get a call, he's making a bris. I said, oh, wow, you know what a bris is.
Yes, I know what that is.
So I figured, okay, wow, your grandson. He said, what are you talking about? It's my baby. I said, are you crazy? You're
How old is he?
67, I was told.
How old's the wife?
I don't know. She must be bearable age. I don't know. Anyways, I want to welcome to the show WSNR channel 620 AM. All our listeners, welcome to the Just Enough Heshy show. It's me and George this week, and we have a lot to make fun of and talk to you people about. WNEW FM HD3. Welcome to our show as well. It used to be some kind of music show or talk show. I don't know what Tom says. He says, and my local station WJVIP or something in Florida. I'll get it right one day. It's my first week doing this. But welcome to all our listeners. Welcome to our show. And we have a lot to tell you and a lot to be informed. And you can call into the show when they pop up on the screen, 646-974-1580. You can ask me anything you want. And I just want you to know, I forgot to give a shout out. I always forget Christopher Messi, the most intelligent. I want you to meet him, George. This is one of the nicest, most intelligent, smartest men that I ever saw, and I love him. And Christopher, I always forget to say hello to you, and hello, and I love you so much. Anyways, we're going to start our show, but first I'm going to give you a quick joke. George is not going to like the joke, and I don't really care.
All right.
It's not bad.
Strap in.
Anyways, you know, I help a lot of people with issues, and I get involved with a lot of things. You know, like today I got involved with some kind of a guy who wants to be a home improvement contractor. I don't do home improvement contractors. I only do real contractors. But somebody and my partner was screaming, "Oh, you can't do it. We don't make money on it." I said, "I don't care. We got to do, we got to do pro bono work. I got to get these young guys jobs." Instead, he was screaming and hollering and wanted to throw the guy out. I said, "No, we're going to help the guy out." And I get involved with little stuff like that, marriage issues, children that are taken away, women that are abused. Anyways, I finally had this couple that was going through a lot of divorce issues. And I'm involved. And finally, I sit down with the two lawyers, and they told me, "Okay, Heshy, what deal do you have?" So I have a deal, and I go sit down with the husband. I take him into a private room, and I speak to him a lot. And I come out, and I come speak to the wife. I said, "Listen to me. I finally succeeded in making a settlement with your husband that is eminently fair for both of you." And you know what that crazy woman answers? "I could have done that myself. What's the point of you helping us?" Okay.
I think if we had sound effects, crickets would be playing right now.
Okay, I don't know. They should have sound effects. Can you make that funny laughing sound effects, people, producer? That was a funny joke. Anyways, here is my quote. And my quote is about honor. And I'm going to tell you what happened to me, why I bring this quote up to you. And here's my quote, George, and I want you to hear it because you're going to be running my campaign, and I want you to know who I am. "I would prefer even to fail with honor than win by cheating. It is not the titles that honors men, but men that honor titles. When there's a lack of honor in government, the morals of the whole people are poisoned." And I tell you this, George, very simple. I had a meeting this week with a couple of high-end people in my community that are coming out to support me.
Are they going to support you?
So they're coming out with rules. Number one, I can't have any more women in my videos. I can't have my wife in my video. I said, "But why? She's my wife. We don't want to see women." I said, "But she's my wife. People don't believe Linda exists."
Wait. I got to understand this. So what about the show? You have Nicole in here.
Exactly. So the show, they won't watch the show, and the show is like a business. And even then, they're not happy with women, with me hanging out with women or being too close to women or making videos with women. They want me.
Because when I hear Heshy Tischler, I think Playboy.
Oh, God. Stop it. That's not true. 100%. I have a 40-year perfect record. But the point is this is some of the rules. And then, and I told him, I said, "You know what? I have honor. I have honor. When I go to the hospital to talk to people, they don't want to hear about, they want me not to be screaming in the videos. They want me to be calmer. They don't want jokes. They want me to be serious."
They understand that the show is like a business, too.
It's not only the show, it's the videos. When I go, they don't want me going to weddings and screaming and making people happy. They want me to be serious, talk about issues. I said, "You know what, my job..."
Do they understand the difference between, Heshy Tischler running for office and Heshy Tischler radio personality?
I had to throw that at the door because I hear them talking and it bothers me. But it's not only when they come into my office, and even these guys that need help, they see a serious office with people waiting online for me. They themselves have come to me this week for help with their buildings or donations or money. This week. And I sit there with them and I'm talking and I'm answering them in serious. I said, you know why I go to the hospital? I come to cheer people up. I don't want to hear this story. And I keep telling you, I don't want to hear the story that they're dying or they have cancer. You know how many people tell me, why me, why me? So I go and tell them, listen, my foot hurts me. My wife is no good. My son is running around with a girl that I don't like. And I tell them funny stories to make them happy. That's what life is, to cheer somebody up. That's why I do my job, to help people with their buildings and get them back in their homes and open their synagogues. My job is to make this life better, to be honorable. And they're telling me not to pretend when I get into office. So let me tell you something.
Maybe you need to put a disclaimer on the bottom, like, this is not Heshy Tischler, the politician, running. This is Heshy Tischler.
No, but even
the radio
politician,
personality.
I don't want to be a fake politician. I don't want to be a faker. George, I know they're telling me, they said, oh, you're looking so nice now, you're dressing more, you're dressing more, aristocratic, you look very good, you know, when I go to a lot of places now, events, I'm trying to be more calm. And this week I went to a wedding. One night, first I went to a funeral in the morning, then I went to a wedding at night, and then I went to a Siem in a very fancy restaurant. With the meal alone for those 10 people was about $5,000.
Well, you know, let's
and
explain.
I spoke all over, and they were all happy. And they hired even a comedian, and I was laughing at myself. You're willing to hire a comedian to make fun of you, but when Heshy Tischler is here to make you happy, you're not happy with that.
Is there a notion in your community that they don't want people making too much noise?
Yeah,
I mean, I feel there is,
but
I'm not Jewish, so I don't understand that.
And they want you to be more, like you said, more
quiet, blend in.
But also more statesman-like. I am a statesman. I am honorable. But if you want me to get stuff done, I've got to do it the right way. You know, there's a girl called the Flatbush Girl. And she's running around screaming and hollering Zev Bernhardt on her show. She's trying to get a divorce for a young lady that the husband won't give.
Is that the girl on Instagram?
On Instagram, yeah. And she's going into the synagogue. She's embarrassing people. She's freaking out. The police are coming. Now, I know and you know she's not doing it for free. She's getting money. But either way, I wouldn't even do that. I know how to do things in a way to embarrass a mayor or fight with them or protest. You know what I watched today on video? The Communist Party of America, I swear to God, protesting in Brooklyn.
Was Harry Kagan there?
I believe so, no. But I'm telling you,
that's me starting trouble.
We've gone down to the point that we actually have a communist party. So you don't let Trump run on the ballot. You take him off the ballot. You say that he has a mob, which you can't even prove. You never convicted him, but you allow communists to run in the street, which is completely illegal in the United States.
I think communists are what you call losers.
They are.
They're usually, society didn't work out for them, and they're all mad about it.
Now,
so,
and do you see, you see protests against Israel and the Palestine. Have you seen one protest or march for the Ukrainians? One. Do you know how many Ukrainian people have been killed during this 2-year war starting the third year? Over 450,000 Ukrainians. Over 70,000 children.
How about, okay, so the Palestinians have
12,000 they claim are dead.
There's other Muslims being killed in the world. There's a Burma, there's an India-Burma conflict and a lot of Muslims are being killed over there. I mean, where are the protests? I mean, if you're a Muslim and you're concerned, why wouldn't you show up for these people?
And that is my point to you. You guys are out there prejudiced, and you think we care. Let me tell you something. I know I love the Israeli people. I'm an American. Everybody again keeps screaming at me, wear the Israeli flag, even when I went to these events. I'm an American. I'm a Jew. I have Muslim clients who love me, and I talk to them, and I say to them, you and I are both Americans. We worship differently our same God, but you should see, this guy hugged me today, and we're friends, and he bought me a gift. I bought him a gift. This is what America is about. It's the melting pot, not that they want you to be the same. It's a melting pot of immigrants. Now, these illegal immigrants that came in, 7.6 million, you know that last year? 7.6 million. More people have come in under the Biden administration than the whole New York City.
I don't know if I've said it before on this show, but I've said it to people that the people that came here legally are now pushed to the back of the line. They're waiting for some kind of status. They're waiting to be reunited with their family, whatever. and they're getting pushed to the back of the line for people that cross the border illegally.
And
Just
I
think
want you,
about that.
and I want you to know that I'm involved with the building department. They found 50 or 60 people in a store in Queens in a basement in a store.
What was it, like an illegal SRO or something?
Not even no, in an animal warehouse. They put them all together in a basement in a store. You know what our basement stores look like? Like,
God
hell.
forbid if there was a fire, these people
Oh, they'd
would
be
be.
dead. And they found it and they vacated the building. Today they found in the Bronx another place. There's nowhere for them to go. You can't put the migrants on the street. It's winter time. You're putting them in Floyd Bennett Field.
Well, there is some good news. I don't know if you saw the good news. Crime is down in Venezuela. You know why?
Because
you know
they-
why?
yeah.
Because all the criminals are here.
And I want you to know something. Your government, and I know George and all of you, I'm running for office, so I have to tell you, but I'm going to start the commercials. First off, you want to call into the show, 646-974-1580. 646, I wish they would post it on the screen. 646-974-1580. Call into the show.
Call in. We'd love to hear from
Yeah,
you.
we'd love to hear from you. By the way, here goes my great company, Green Line Building Compliance. I want you to know something. I actually help people. I know Tom usually runs through it, but we help people with vacate orders. Today I had a guy building his house, his second stop work order, crying to me over nothing. But they're not busy doing other stuff. But okay, I'm helping him. I'm getting rid of his violation. I'm speaking to him. I'll have him up and running 2-3 weeks. I had a guy who had a fire, and they shut him down. I said, why? Why are you shutting him down? He's going to fix it by plan and permit. Now, after only when you fix it, we'll come check it. I said, I don't need you to do that. We're going to follow plans. We're going to have licensed engineers. They just like to torture and fine. And they gave him a violation for a fire that had nothing to do with him. Anyways, Green Line Building Compliance. I'm located at 202 Forster Avenue. We have a parking lot in the back. Brooklyn, New York, 11230. We're licensed expediters, contractors. We have a legal team. We have 3 architects. Come on down if you have any issues due to the building department, HPD, a finance department. Come on down. Water bills, I'll send you to the right people. I can't do everything, but I know enough people to direct you and take care of your main problem. 718-871-0382. 718-871-0382. Green Line Building Compliance. And, of course, I don't know what the next commercial is. I think it's a Weitengruber Law. I love that name, Weitengruber, you know. He calls it Würgenberger, you know, my producer. Würgenberger? Anyways, it's Weitengruber, okay, producer? Weitengruber Law, the cornerstone of financial justice. They do real estate, bankruptcy law, and my girl, Nicole, who works with us and who's playing with a grand piano tonight, she runs that place like a tough girl. Call her up, 732-695-3303. 732-695-3303. They're located at 1720 New NJ-34.
And she really knows what she's talking about.
She really does. She's so
I've
brilliant.
had a great conversation with her about a legal issue a couple of days ago. And she knows her
Oh,
stuff.
she knows how to scream at you. She tortured me. I messed her up the whole week. I didn't give her phone numbers and passwords, and I keep telling her. She says, "She stop lying to me. I'm a lawyer. I know how to play this game." You know, she's so delicious. When she talks to me, she melts me in a good way. 1720 NJ-34, Wall Township, New Jersey, 07727. Call them up. They're the cornerstone of financial justice, really. Weitengruber Law, 732-695-3303. I mean, you can't always find honorable lawyers. I happen to have a whole bunch of work for me that they're not honorable. This girl and her partner, they're great. I like them, and I wouldn't recommend them if not. And here's something that I do want to talk to you about. You know, again, I was in the hospital. I was in the mental ward, George. I was standing.
Wait, you're a patient or visiting?
No, I should be because I feel so bad. There was 8 new people that came in when I was there, brought in on stretchers, screaming, hollering. And I was talking to one of the doctors on the side. He says most of them have been repeats because they don't take their medicine, or there's nobody out there to watch them, or there's no funding, or and stuff like that. He says these are stupid little things that if we had more people taking care of our not that they're not stable, they're just lost. And with a little bit of medicine and treatment, but he says we can't follow them, we can't watch them, and they don't have family support. And if we had more money to go out there with more support systems out there and sending them to psychiatrists, because some of these psychiatrists won't take them on because the fees that the government pays are so little. So we have to create places. Anyways, they're called Crossroads. Crossroads is located at 206 West Parkway Drive, Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey. Their phone number is 609-645-2146. All confidential. Go. They have admissions. They can help you with government. Just call them up and see what they could do for you. 609-645-2146. Call them. They're located at 206 West Parker Drive in Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey. They're really, really, really good people.
And there's no shame in getting help?
There's no shame in getting help. I mean, I tried to get help from them, and they told me,
they don't have enough doctors.
George, did you eat Tom? Okay. Where's that? Who said that? Black Beauty? I like her.
Infinite Justice.
Infinite Justice. You're my girl. Guy, girl, whatever it is, I like you. Anyways, we're going to also do, most importantly, HeshyTishler.com. I mean, HeshyTishler.com. Join my website. I'm almost there, guys. I'm about $5,000 away from full matching funds. I know there's no campaign yet. I know we won't get an answer if my seat is vacated till April 25th. Right now, we're ready to rock and roll. We'll know by April 25th if Carmen will vacate his seat or not, or maybe not. But either way, I'll be ready for the June elections, and if not, it'll be next February. But come on, join my team. Get me up there and started. Let's have an easy run, because I want to go for the full 46,000 collection and get the full matching funds for both.
If you go there, are you going to yell at these progressives and crazy people at the city council?
I want you to know, people tell me, oh, we can't wait. Now people are seeing me, oh, we would love to see you in city council because we know you're going to freak out. I'm not going to freak out at city council. I'm not going to let them do the things that they want to do. Yes, I will scream and holler when they start acting bad, but I want you to know, George, if they're going to do the right thing, I'm going to do the right thing with them. But I'm not going to let them put in new laws. You know that they raised your taxes, George, by 18%? Well, 18%, George. No. I know you don't care. You're wealthy.
No. I care. I'm a little pissed off about it.
But you shouldn't be. But you forgot during COVID they did the same thing.
But
so
and remember,
in the last 3 years they raised our taxes 18% and then another 18%.
Remember in COVID they told us we're in it together.
Yeah.
We're in it together, and then he raised the real estate tax.
Right. And you know what it is to today to evict a person non-paying, minimum 2 years. That is what, and that's another thing. I'm going to go after those judges. I'll take away their parking spots. I don't care if they're state judges. Something has to go on. You can't have evictions taking 2 years. You can't do that. You can't have legal aid. And you know what? Legal aid has no honor. And I want to tell you a story about honor. I have a young friend of mine that I know that joined the building department. Okay? And
wait, he defected to the enemy?
Defected to the enemy. And they're legal. And they're supposed to be honorable. That means we have no problem fighting a court case. And we fight the court cases, and I have lawyers that fight them. You fight on technicalities, and we fight on technicalities. We fight on the code of law, like any court. You understand, George? That's the way it goes. You change the codes on us, which we weren't happy, but we figured out a way how to beat you many times. They teach, and I didn't know that. You all thought I was joking with you. But they actually teach... I don't know. They actually teach somebody. Oh, you paused my video. Why'd you pause my video? I don't know what you did. Anyways, they actually teach these representatives that if you're losing the case, cheat. What do you mean, right? So this is one of my own people that I watched them for an hour fight us bitterly head to head. She was great. She tried every which way to beat us. The problem is we're better. We beat her. And you know what she did at the end? After an hour technicality, I want to adjourn the case, Inspector. This is a trick. I said, it's not fair. You have no right to do that. But this is a trick, and I'm upset with them because my own people, because, I understand that if you're not Jewish or you want to move up or you need to get some kind of ego, but here is somebody that you're supposed to represent. You're one of us. You don't need to have the power as a person that wants a job. I know you want to move up on the ranks, but to cheat, this is what they teach us in the city, to have your inspectors cheat, to write you tickets, to have sanitation people write tickets in the middle of the night. We need to make a change. We need to have honor. And when I get into city council, I'm going to stop a lot of this, especially in the building department. How do you have people cheat and screw us just to get fines, just to punish us? That's all they're doing.
Well, I think Ronald Reagan said it best. The biggest lie in government is I'm here from the government and I'm here to help.
Right, right. And it's a lot. And this is my proof that one of my own people do this. Anyways, 646-974-1580. Question to you. Let's go to the nationals a little bit. Trump is cleaning up. Trump is just wiping he won now again Michigan, right?
That's correct. He won it.
And she's saying that she got 40% of the vote. First of all, there's nobody else running. And I think Democrats are allowed to vote in this in Michigan.
I think I believe so. But
Anybody can vote, but
right,
you can't vote. If you vote in one primary, you can't vote in the other primary. So here's my question to you. Nikki Haley, that lost by 20 percentage points, says, oh, I have 40 points. There's nobody else running. You got the Democratic people coming out of the independents. I mean, big deal. You got 40% of the vote. You can't win any. What did you want? You wanted Trump to win by 100? Even Biden, that's running unopposed, is not getting all of that. But you know what? And Biden's lost. I seen him. There's no way he's not senile, George. There's no way.
He's really out of it.
But are we just joking with each other, or are we serious?
Did you see the Italians were even making fun of him? They had a skit. And basically, he goes up to the stand, and he doesn't know which way. The Italians were being a joke for foreign countries to make fun of our president, our leadership. You think things were bad with Trump? Things are really bad now. And by the way, Heshy, did you see that airman that set himself on fire?
Oh yeah, I deleted that video from my
people are saying he's like a hero.
This guy is crazy. He actually killed himself.
Well, I think he's an anarchist. He was an anarchist.
I don't understand that somebody goes to kill himself to make a point that will never go further, and he sees that the point is not even being made. So if hundreds of thousands of people can't make a stop in the Israel politics, then explain to me how burning yourself and killing yourself makes a difference. I don't know, George. It's terrible what they did. Terrible. I don't know. Something's happening with my thing. I think the internet is having issues. It keeps pausing. But Instagram, welcome anyways. Just keep being patient with me. George, Nikki Haley. She has no chance.
She has no chance. But maybe, look, I think what they're really trying to do is at least put her in as VP.
There's no way.
As try to control.
He says no.
As try to control Trump.
Who's that other girl who's running? Who they want to put as VP?
Well, there's two women that's being shopped around or talked about. Kristi Noem, who's a governor.
Yeah.
And Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard would be great.
The other one, Stephanie something.
From upstate. But that's not serious. Nobody's really.
She's really cool.
Yeah, I get it, but it's Kristi Noem or Tulsi Gabbard. Those are the people that are in the running.
Well, Tulsi Gabbard is
Trump
very qualified.
Trump really needs to put a woman because his polling with women is not good. So, the thinking is when you pick out a vice president, you always want to have a vice president who helps you in areas where you're deficient. And Trump, you love him, hate him, whatever, he's deficient in the polling numbers with women. So one way to fix that is put a woman vice president. And I would say Tulsi Gabbard would fix that for him, or
Tulsi Gabbard,
or Kristi Noem, but not Nikki Haley. Definitely not Nikki Haley.
Oh, please. She's just, you see how vicious she is. And it's like Kamala Harris, and then he took Kamala Harris. There's no way he's going to do it. But anyways, I'm happy. I want you to know something. I watched the video this week. You saw the fire video of the guy lighting himself on fire, screaming, Palestine, Palestine, idiot. I watched a video of a scientist. He gets up on the video, and he said, let me tell you something. There was no COVID. There was no COVID. Whether you want to believe it or not, there was no COVID. It was a fake. Yeah, there was flu, whatever. There was no major pandemic. They said 2.5 million Americans would die. 2.5 million Americans did not die. It was less than 650,000 or something. And half of it was due to the flu and pneumonia the same way. So the numbers you came up with were false. There's no such thing as green climate, whatever, gases. I was told that even if the gases are doubled, it still doesn't affect.
By the way, Infinite Justice wants to put Nicole Maliotakis for VP. What do you think?
I like Nicole Maliotakis, but I don't think she's with the program. I think your girl Tulsi is more I think she was part of the army. She understands foreign. You have to have a vice president that knows about foreign policy, not like Kamala Harris. You need somebody that knows about borders. Nicole is more businesslike. I like her, but she's more of a businesswoman, and we need something like Noam or thing. And she's Congress. She's suited best for Congress. I don't think vice president.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
It's my opinion. I mean, I like Nicole, but again, I think Nicole should be speaker. That's who I think, because I know that she understands what waste and money and people are. They're shutting down the budget, the government again. Thank God. I think they just made a deal today.
Did anyone notice?
Right. Nobody noticed. Because we can't shut down the government. Every time they shut down the government, you don't understand, it's not that we're losing double and triple. It costs more money to shut down and open the government. And that's what it is. You people don't even know. So when they shut down the government, it's just not even a waste of money. It's a waste of billions of more dollars. Anyways, by the way, that I was reading.
I wish they would shut down all the money we're sending to Ukraine.
Yeah. Again, but when you say that, then they don't want to send money to Israel. And you see, Israel's getting its support from all over. But you know what? And here's the best thing about your thing. All the farmers in Poland, Hungary, Germany, all around the world are protesting. You know that? Did you see that?
I've seen that.
So you see that there's no shortage of food. There's no reason to increase the prices because Ukraine needs to send out food and other countries.
Well, supposedly it's about climate change, but to me, it's about the elites getting control of that land.
Yeah.
Bill Gates and all these guys are buying tons of farmland. There's a plan. I'm sorry. It sounds like I'm wearing a tinfoil hat.
You're not.
But to me, if you're an environmentalist and you want to put farmers out of business, I don't know where you expect people to get food from.
And there's so many people that are hungry in the world. All that extra food we can ship all over the place. You'll see that it'll stop civil wars. You know why we have wars? Why Hamas had to steal all the food? Because there wasn't enough for everybody. There was enough a little bit. But we can have so much abundance of food. We have so much food that we can feed the world population 3 times over every year. Instead,
you don't want to eat bugs?
Oh, God.
That's what they're promoting. They want people to eat bugs and fake meat.
Right.
They want to grow meat in vats and grasshoppers.
Well, all I know is I'm not happy, and they're trying to play the game. There's no. By the way, Bush, Clinton, Obama. I think between them, between those 3 guys, there was 10 wars. Do you know how many wars under our boy Trump?
0. They wanted to get him into a war with Iran, and he pulled back.
Yeah. Who's on the phone? We have a caller on the phone. Hello.
Hello. Who are we speaking to?
Oh, this is James. I guess I got a question for Heshy if I'm on.
Yeah, you're on.
You're on, James. How are you?
Yeah, I was watching that rally going on at City Hall Park today. They're going to be there all night up until 10 o'clock tomorrow, I believe.
Ooh, the communists?
I saw that Lincoln Wrestler from Greenpoint came out. I believe he's siding with a ceasefire. So I'm just like, I guess my question is that if you were in city council, would you also support a ceasefire, because they're spending all night reading off the names of the people that have perished there. It's taking them all night. I doubt if they'll get through it. So many thousands.
Well, I don't know.
That's all I can wish for.
I don't know where they're getting the names from, James. All I know is I don't support no ceasefire. I don't have ever. I believe what they did. I was watching a Holocaust survivor. She got on. She started telling her story. How when she was a little girl, the Nazis came into her house, killed her father and mother in front of her. She ran away. She ran to the next door neighbor. When she went to the neighbor's house, she saw they were all killed, and she went into a closet and hid for 15 hours.
To me, it's strange that the people want a ceasefire. By the way, Heshy. Can you imagine if people asked Americans, "Oh, do you want a ceasefire on September 12th?" To me, it's shocking. Israel wants to have certain objectives achieved. 1, they're going to destroy Hamas. They're determined to do that. And 2, they want the hostages back. Or confirmation that they've passed on. But they don't want to ask them to do a ceasefire after their country got attacked on October 7th.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. Unless certain conditions are met, there shouldn't be a ceasefire, And what the same people that want a ceasefire in Israel and Palestine, what about a ceasefire in Ukraine and Russia?
Yeah.
I mean,
why don't you have them stop over there? Why don't you? You know what? I agree. Have a ceasefire in Israel when you have the ceasefire in Ukraine. And Putin that kills his opposition leader, nobody says a word. Yeah, we all got on TV, we cried and we screamed a little bit, but that's it. It's over with. In Israel, you bitch and holler, and we show you tunnels. We show you how the Hamas is creating hell for their own people. We show you Hamas is stealing the food. We show you Hamas is killing their own people on the streets, raping their own
meanwhile,
women.
they're living in style in Qatar.
Right, and the boss are living. We show
leadership,
you. All you're busy with is Israel, Israel, Israel. So let me tell you the rule. There's a simple, plain rule of law. When you attack somebody to conquer his land, because throughout the world, England conquered the world. England owns so many different places because they went to war. English just give everything back and just go to their little island. You know what I mean? The Falkland Islands and all that stuff shouldn't belong to them. They conquered it during wartime. Same way with Ireland, and same way with Scotland. Okay, Scotland became free, but they were conquered by the British. When we conquer a country because of a war, simple and plain, it becomes ours. Now,
you know what country doesn't do that?
Wow.
The United States. We won the war in Japan.
Right.
And we let them, we
Rebuild
gave them back independence.
We rebuilt them. We won the war in Germany. We gave Germany back and rebuilt them right away. We spent money on them. Iraq, we won the war. We should have taken over all their oil. Instead, we built them back up. It just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. And I don't know why the internet's going on and off on my little Instagram. I'm so sorry, Instagram people, but it's going on and off. Something's wrong, I guess. But my point being is when we conquer something, we own it. And Israel has given it back. And don't tell me the lands of 1967. Israel did not start the war. Israel in 1948 was given a piece of land by the United Nations. You all hold the United Nations so great. They said, here's the piece of land. And they said, you get this side and you get this side. Instead, what did they do? Right away, the Arabs attacked the Jews, and the Jews fought back. And they won. Said, you know what? We're not going to take away your land. You can have it. 1967, the Arabs told their own people, get out. Leave. We're going to conquer. We'll give you back everything plus more. And their own people left. The Palestinians left.
You see that border that the Egyptians built?
Yeah.
We should have hired them for the southern border
for
here.
Our border wall. And what happened? They left. When we conquered their places, now they want it back. It doesn't work like that. We believe that you take one of our lives, it's worth 1,000,000 lives. So we're not going to give you back that you took our blood. I don't agree with it. I wish I would have been one of their soldiers, but I'm not. Let me get a couple more commercials one more time before we end.
I just want to let the producer, we're going off and on YouTube too.
Yeah, we're going off here. There's something wrong with the internet. I know. He's messing around in there, I guess, whatever. What are we doing here? Oh, yeah. So we're ready? Here we go. Green Line Building Compliance, 202 Forster Avenue. That's my company, Brooklyn, New York, 11230. We're located at 202 Forster Avenue for all your violations, for everything that you can possibly have a problem with, from the DOT to the DOF to the HPD. Come on down. Call me at 718-871-0382. 718-871-0382. Green Line Building Compliance. Call me up. Come on down. We even have parking for you in the back. And then we have, I guess, no sign pops up. No problem. I guess my producer's doing a great job. I don't know why the sign didn't come up. Weitengruber Law, the cornerstone of financial justice. 732-695-3303.
That's our girl, Nicole. So that's our firm,
girl,
in
Nicole.
case you guys didn't make the
Right?
connection.
None of the commercials are popping up on the screen. Why is that, producer? Because he's an idiot. He's busy with what? Yeah, it's real late. Green Line still hasn't come up on the screen. Weitengruber Law, the cornerstone. You see how I complain, people?
Any truth that the producers are organizing their own union?
I think they are. I think they're going to get these tractors and block me outside. Weitengruber Law, the cornerstone of financial justice, 732-695-3303, 732-695-3303. George Weitengruber and Nicole Suissa, they're great. Bankruptcy, real estate, try them. Just try them. 1720 New Jersey 34, Wall Township, New Jersey, 07727 732 3303. And then, of course, we have Crossroads, very good people. I'm telling you, people, you're listening to my show, if you have any issues or you know somebody with issues, give them a call. It's free. 609-645-2146. 609-645-2146. 206 West Parkway Drive, Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey. It's not even an hour from New York City. Their phone number is 609-645-2146. If you really need the help. And again, HeshyTishler.com. Any donation is acceptable. $5, $10. You go to HeshyTishler.com, hit the donation button. The whole thing takes 2 minutes. Yeah, they ask you, everybody's complaints, what do you do? So you tell them you're employed and give us the job, and you give us your address, and you give a credit card number or a debit card number for $10, $5, $20. I need your help. I promise you, I will make changes in New York City. I'll be one of 51 members. You know.
So what did you see the protest for the congestion pricing?
No.
There was a protest. So what's your opinion on congestion pricing?
It's not normal. It's not normal me paying $30 to drive up and down the city. Plus, I pay the tolls. I have to go to Jersey. I have to cut through the city. I can't always take the highway. $30 more just added on. And I do Jersey at least, I would say, 3 to 4 times a month, if not more. That's another $200 out of my pocket, and besides the regular tolls. And now, you think, oh, hey, you're rich. Again, here we go. 200 times 12 is $2,400. Okay, and I want to make a wedding for my son, invite the whole world. I can't do that anymore if I keep paying $2,400 in tolls.
I mean, it's
George, it's ridiculous.
It's going to kill the city. It's going to kill Manhattan.
It's killing the city now. They're doing whatever they want to do. Your climate control, the CO2 popping up. Stop it. There's no such thing. Look at it. Our what's it called again? The ozone layer should have been destroyed already. It's not. It's not destroyed.
I think it's a good thing to reduce carbon in the environment, but I'm not ready to drive a bicycle to work every day to do that. And if China is not going to do anything to stop their smog production or pollution, why should the United States have to suffer?
The internet is down again, I guess. I guess we're losing YouTube and everybody. The producers are doing a great job. Anyways, there is no internet, producers. I just want you to know that. I don't know why we're even running the show, because there's no internet. But I guess the radio, I hope the radio.
Well, we got to keep on going for the radio.
We still, I don't know. I don't know if the radio is going. It's going through the internet. The show is down. But anyways, what else do I have to talk about? The Communist March. I spoke about that. Oh, yeah. The Illinois judge. Now, again, his question, he took, this is the third state that took, what's his name?
Trump off the
ballot. Again, not convicted. Not even if you're right. Even if you're right, whatever you want to say, he still has to be convicted.
No, I just don't think you could take somebody off for insurrection when there was no trial on it. Trump wasn't on a trial for insurrection ever, and you're taking him off on the ballot just because I don't know how their committee works.
So listen to this: the Supreme and Illinois Jews removed Donald Trump from the state based on the 14th Amendment so-called insurrection plan. The decision is paused, giving Trump time to appeal. But that's not fair. What do you mean appeal what? He's not guilty. It's the same losers.
By the way, just so you know, the Insurrection Act was passed for people that were allies or worked in the Confederate government.
Or with the British, I think, or something?
No, it was for the Confederate. It was for the ex-Confederates not to run in office ever again once the Civil War was over. That was a real war, a civil war.
But it ended up at the end, we did let them run.
Somebody showing up with the, with the crazy, remember that guy showing up at the White House, with the Capitol building with the head thing on top?
Yeah,
that's not an insurrection. That's just ludicrous.
What about the Russian collusion? Why don't you just convict him on the Russian collusion that he colluded with Russia? I mean, why didn't you find him guilty of that?
I mean, it's just shocking to me,
Yeah. Anyways, there was the 454 million judgment against, we spoke about that. The judge is not even letting him appeal it, that he has to put up a bond. He built one of the most biggest personal companies. I'm not talking about a Microsoft or an Apple with investors. He did it himself. He has his
You ever think they want to grab all the developers' properties here in New York and put it for affordable housing or fill it with migrants?
Oh, you're kidding me? When there was a problem in 2008 and the banks were going crazy left and right, they tried that. And it didn't work because they didn't know how to finish
I
the
bet
development.
you they want to see all these commercial buildings go into bankruptcy, take them over, and fill them in with all kinds of low-income housing. That's what they're going to turn Manhattan into.
It doesn't make a difference. The point is you don't know how to maintain the low-income housing if you don't have independent landlords. Like, look at us. Me and George, with all the complaints, with all the taxes, we run a nice, profitable building, and we show it, and we run it better than the city. The city's low-income housing are slums. Filthy, disgusting, and no more internet again. I don't know. They're doing it purposely inside. He's playing with the buttons. I'm telling you for a fact, there's no possible way the internet can keep going down. He's touching the buttons. It's okay, my dear fans. This is what my producers do. They want me. They're also trying to silence Heshy Tischler, but I'm not going to be silenced under no circumstances.
Don't let them silence you, Heshy.
I know. What else do I want to talk about? Hunter Biden. What are we wasting our time with him? Really? He's guilty, not guilty. He's got away with it. Why are we wasting our time?
Did you see his quote? His sobriety is his failure to stay sober is a threat to democracy or something like that. Some kind of quote like that. I'm like, man, this guy has a really high opinion of himself.
I know.
I mean, this is why this guy is doing drugs or whatever. You know?
Well, he's worth millions and millions of dollars. I want to ask you a question. Fannie Willis, you know who that is, right?
Yes.
So there's a key witness. This lady, we're watching. You all in the whole country see for a fact what they're doing against Trump, and you don't say a word. You see Fannie Willis committed crimes, taking money from her lover, giving him money. She lied about everything, and she's going to get away with it?
She's probably going to get away with it. I mean, look, if you asked me 30 years ago if she would get away with it, I'd say no way. She's never going to get away with it. But the system is broken. There's no question about it.
Just like Ina. She had a good friend in the
Oh,
police
boy,
department.
here we go.
No, she had a gun, a loaded gun, and she got away with it. She got unarrested on a technicality, and now her...
Well, there was a part of the gun missing. There was something, right?
It's
Remember?
not possible. All I know is nobody walks around with a half a gun. Like her campaign manager, Izzy Weiss. He's now running...
Well, he was chief of staff. I don't know
He
if
was chief of staff. So you know what this guy is doing? He's now running for assembly.
That is correct.
Now, this is a guy who I know, I don't want to say anything bad about him, but I have to. I know he's done a lot of bad, and I like him. I really like him. But he's done a lot of bad things. You know, I'm going to tell you for a fact that he did drugs and he gambled in illegal casinos. So now he's clean. He cleaned himself up. These are the representatives you want. A guy like me who has a clean record. Yeah, I went to jail, but I went to jail fighting for you people. I went to jail not raping, not gambling, not doing drugs, working for the community, serving the community, yes, fighting the FBI and keeping secrets quiet, but whatever it is. And it was immigration. Everybody wants immigration, and you're holding immigration against me. That was the whole crime, that I wouldn't cooperate with them against the immigrants even. I don't understand it, but here it is. You came after me.
Well, you served your time, Heshy.
I didn't even deserve to serve the time, and it wasn't even a real time. You know, but my point I'm trying to make to you is that here you go. Me, you won't represent, but you have philanderers like mine. You know, I'm not knocking my competitor. You have philanderers, cheaters from the Senate to the Congress to the local Senate here to the local Congress. I mean, they're screwing around with each other. Judges sleeping with their clerks. I mean, right now there was one assistant to an assemblyman, a gay guy molesting another gay guy, and he was fired. Do you remember?
Where was that?
Right over here. Oh, no, not here. Maybe Chicago or somewhere.
All right, let's be a little clear on that.
Yeah,
I was like, let's get the facts on that.
Yeah. Well, all I know is that all your politicians, you got to find somebody with honor. I have honor. I know I have honor. You know, Carmen Yeager, and I was looking over your paper you gave me, has $4.5 million discretionary fund. Let me explain to you, my listeners, what discretionary fund is. The city, who is broke, gives each of the 51 councilmen $4.5 to $10 million.
It depends. They don't all get. I think Common got like $3.5 million.
No, 3.962 million.
Okay, whatever I added up.
And so he gets money to give out to his friends. So I'm looking over the list, and he does give the gay people.
What gay people? Just so we know, to be clear.
I don't know, one of these gay
All right, Heshy, you got to check that out.
Well, I was reading the list. Now, he gives Shomrim and Shmira money. That's two competitive agencies, which I'm very proud of. You give the Shomrim, which is a safety patrol, some money, and you give the Shmira organization money as well. It's good to give both sides. So I called up the Shmira organization, and I spoke to the boy. I said, you know what? What are you bitching that you want money from my foundation? Carmen gave you $45,000, $22,000, $20,000. Hey, you're good to go. He says, no, Heshy.
They told you they didn't get money,
He says, I got zero money. He says, the showmen really have the Shmira name, and Shmira he gave to them, so he tricked the community by using two different names, showing you that he didn't give the money in one place. That is crooked. I said, but it's not possible. How could you be using their name? He says, well, that's what they're called, and we're called different. Everybody's lying. And it's got to stop. It's got to stop. And here's what's got to stop even worse. You know, I'm against abortion. I'm against abortion. No.
Oh, boy.
I want you to have an abortion. Go ahead. Do whatever you want to do. I am personally against abortion.
So let's be on the record. Do you believe a woman has a right to choose?
I believe that it is her body, and it's a very complicated issue. I believe that abortion is wrong. I think she does have a right to choose, but again, I don't believe it should be legal. I mean, there has to be, it can't be that when the baby's 3 months old that you can kill it. But you're right. You now have abortion. There's nothing I could do about it, and I want to set up people to constantly counsel and see if we can save those babies, whatever it is. Now, what is it? What state was it in the IVF? You know what that is? In vitro fertilization.
Yeah, a lot of women depend on that too.
A lot of people depend on that
to get pregnant.
Pregnant. So they're saying that if you go to an in vitro lab and put your stuff there, and the doctors mess up, they go to jail. It's murder, because those little eggs are now considered live. So if the Supreme Court or whatever courts believe that those eggs are existing babies, that they're already babies, that they're not even fertilized, of course somebody in the stomach has no right to do an abortion. That's my point to you. If you're telling me that it's a live baby, the reason why we have an abortion is we're saying that the baby's not alive till it comes out. That's the whole argument of women have a right to do with their bodies. Because I don't understand abortion at all. There's the pill the day after. There is so many things to stop you from having a baby or getting pregnant or continuing the pregnancy. There's no reason today anymore to have an abortion. Why are we still having abortions?
Well, listen, you say that from a little bit, and I hate to use the word privilege. I mean, women don't have access to proper health care.
Oh, stop.
No.
Stop. Everybody today has free health care.
Actually, that's not true. That's really not true. I mean...
You go to the hospital. It's
free.
But
have you been into a hospital? It's like
a
zoo.
It's a zoo. I go every day.
Let's say you need to go to a hospital and you have an emergency. Unless you have a bullet in your head, you're not going to see a doctor for 4 or 5 hours.
No,
I mean,
something's 2 days.
Yeah. Okay. So the hospitals are not good health care.
But the point is, if you need to go to a hospital even a day or two, that means you're in trouble.
Listen, Heshy, the abortion, I believe, should be legal up to 20 weeks. That is the whole Western world.
So you're saying that it's not a live baby till 20 weeks?
That's what the whole world has settled on 20 weeks.
So how do you
only
have the
China and North Korea?
How do you have the IVF stating that it's a baby? Before?
I mean, that's craziness to me. But how can it be a life if it's not? It's not, that's crazy.
So we're busy trying to get Trump off the ballot. We're busy fighting with each other about immigrants coming to the country and putting them into basements. We're busy trying to get the farmers not to have food, to create more food and make money because of all this stuff. We're busy with the climate control, the green control. But you know what? You're not busy with the real stuff. You're not busy with taking care of our own people. You know, and these are numbers that somebody else told me that I don't even want to believe. Somebody's saying that since the COVID vaccines are out, that heart attacks for adults, young adults from the age of 25 to 45 is up 40%.
Absolutely true. I've seen the data. It's
I can't believe it. I just saw. And from 55 and up, it's an additional 50% plus.
I mean, it's stunning, the numbers to me. Look. The vaccine was the largest medical experiment on people without their consent since Nuremberg. I mean, since Nazi Germany. I mean, most people were not able to consent. When you say somebody, oh, you're going to lose your job unless you take this vaccine, that is not clear consent.
Right.
To me, you know.
100% wrong. What they did during COVID, they locked us down. I want to say goodbye to our listeners on WSNR and WNEW. Thanks for joining the show. Thanks for calling into the show, James. That was a great call by you. And I want to thank everybody. We'll be back next week again. We have a lot to say to you guys, but I still have a couple more minutes that I'm going to talk about. And I know one thing, that if I had $454 million, I'd give it to Trump. And it's illegal that he's allowed to appeal, and he does not have to put up a bond.
By the way, just getting back to the abortion thing, infinite justice says the Torah considers it life only after 40 days.
Right. Exactly. You don't even have to sit shiva for a baby that dies before 7 days even of birth. Anyways, I don't know. I tell you something. I have people like Talib, that idiot woman, running around in my Congress telling me that Palestine is right, that Israel should be wiped out. And then we have Jewish Hasidic men like Ezra Friedlander meeting with a Jew hater, an anti-Semite in Congress, trying to make peace. You can't make peace with a hateful person. You can't make peace with the Palestinians. Plain and simple. It's over. It's over. We tried. And I'm not talking 10 years, 20 years. I'm talking 80 years. Israel's around 70 years or 80, 48, 50. So you're looking at we're around 75, 80 years we're around. And we've tried to make peace. We've tried.
That's unfortunate. That really is. I mean,
and it's not like I don't know, because I have family members that have been killed. I mean, one member from my family that were killed in the Lebanon War, one that was killed October 7th. But I know a lot of other people whose husbands and wives were killed over the years. But the Arabs, and there's no reason. They have no major crime. They have crime in Israel too, don't get me wrong. They have the mafia, they have crime, they have robbery, they have rape. It's a shame that we do that. But it's not as bad as anywhere else.
It's something else.
Yeah, and we don't have prejudice in Israel. Black Jew, Spanish, Latino Jew, white Jew, any Jew that comes to Israel, no prejudice. They accept you openly. I'm telling you, I watched when everybody was telling there's no black Jews there. I was watching videos of a bunch of black Jews with different accents from different parts of the world, America, Africa, Nigeria, Ethiopia, and they were laughing. They said, we are just like everybody else. And they're accepted that way. We don't look at color.
Well, it's shocking to me that the Democrats attack Israel on a daily basis, and Israel is the most progressive state in the area, in the Middle East.
I think
even more progressive than the United States in a lot of ways.
I believe that. And we have gay people. They're one of the largest per capita gay people in the world there. So we accept everything. Accept everything. Before we go to the end of the show, Mitch McConnell. I hate him. I always hated him. What's your opinion? I know he's one of your Republicans.
Well, yesterday he was asked to endorse Trump, and he declined to comment. And today he resigned. I wonder if the two are connected.
We all knew he was resigning. We knew that it was.
But maybe like this was the straw that broke the camel's back. When he didn't come out and endorse Trump, maybe his phone blew up, or his office phones blew up. I'm just wondering. It just seems very coincidental, in my opinion.
Well, Mitch McConnell.
Well, he needs to go, and it makes Senator Rand Paul, who I love.
How about Jim?
I would if this guy, he's not a great politician, unfortunately, but he would have made a great president. Unfortunately, it'll make him the senior senator from Kentucky.
Oh, good, because Rand Paul is pretty good. I think he's very smart. He's intelligent. He knows the game. And I believe that you people should come out and vote red. I feel bad, New York City, that we're not going to be red again because we don't have our act down good. We're putting up candidates that do stupid stuff. But we are supporting Nachman Kala. He will be there. We're going to make him win.
Well, he's going to be on the ballot as Carl Kohler.
Carl Kohler?
Yeah.
Why didn't you put him on as Nachman?
Who the hell is going to vote for him? Except I know the Jewish people are going to vote for him, but
Can't you put Nachman Carl Kohler in parentheses?
I got to look into that. But, have you seen a picture of him? I think everyone's going to figure out he's Jewish.
But the picture's not good. But when you get to a lot of people don't look at it. When you get to the ballot box, they're only looking at the name. They're not looking at his picture.
Nahum Kohler is not going to pull in all the other people in the area. I'm just being blunt here. It's not going to pull in all the other nationalities or ethnicities that you need to vote for him to win.
I think
that's not a predominantly religious area.
If he gets up and speak his mind, he's 77 years old. The man is intelligent, has done a lot for the community, has given lots of charities, knows the political world. This is his time, and he's ready to go against Weinstein, who has no idea, has done
who's
nothing.
been there. And I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, communist, anarchist, whatever you are. There's no way that somebody should be there 43 years.
It's not normal.
43 years. I cannot stress that enough.
Right.
You know.
And she doesn't even live here. She lives with her lesbian lover. Anyway.